salutatorian of the class of 2009. As is our tradition, the salutatorian is the second-ranking member of his class. Our salutatorian is a gifted viola player, having participated in several of the school's string ensembles. He played tennis, performed at Temptation, and was selected for the Governor's School of Engineering. He also placed in statewide competitions for the Future Business Leaders of America and the New Jersey Science Olympiad. In the fall, he will attend the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. Please join me in recognizing our salutatorian, Poojan Jhaveri.
Hello, fellow graduates, teachers, administrators, parents, family, and friends. Like any good high school assignment, this speech was written at 2:30 last night. Just kidding, but let me tell you how hard it was writing this speech. Summer has just began, senioritis is at its max, and all my friends are just relaxing and doing nothing. However, I know how boring these speeches can be, and I just hope that I can keep you awake for the next 5 minutes. And if you manage to laugh or remember anything afterwards, well, that's even better. So when I began brainstorming about what to write in the speech, I considered 3 important ideas: ingenuity, courage, and friendship. These 3 words are the basis of the most incredibly boring speeches ever written. So I wrote them on a piece of paper and threw it out. I then began thinking of what could make my speech extremely interesting. I couldn't think of anything. So, like any good procrastinator, I went straight to YouTube. After a little while of watching that Charlie the Unicorn thing, which I still don't get why it's so funny, I still had no epiphanies, as our esteemed guest Bobby Petroselli likes to put it. I was searching for ideas from everywhere. When I went to Six Flags on the top of Nitro, right before screaming my head off, I was like, can I gather anything from this moment? When I went to the gym to, polish my guns. After every set, I would think if there was anything I could include in my speech. But I had nothing. Then one day, I was checking myself out in the mirror, I do that quite often, dancing to some Lady Gaga, Just Dance. And I thought to myself, 4 years ago, I'd be embarrassed just looking at myself doing this. And I finally had my idea. Each and every one of us has changed between freshman year and now. We have all grown and matured from young boys and girls to confident men and women. When we first entered high school back in the 9th grade, many of us walked into the school and were immediately intimidated by its size. We walked the hallways with seniors who were twice our size, well, at least in my case, because I wasn't the biggest kid back then. Think of all those questions that swarmed your brain back then. Where are my classes? How the heck do I sit through a 90-minute class? Is there really a pool on the 4th floor? However, now that we're seniors, we have answered many of those questions. Most of us can navigate the school like the back of our hands. We know the best way of sitting through a 90-minute class, is just sleeping through the first 70 minutes. Just kidding, teachers. And unfortunately, there is no pool on the 4th floor. I know, I checked. The transformation that high school has brought upon us can be easily seen. I used to be one of those shy, timid kids who walked in the hallway with his head down, wasn't too good with the girls, and only talked when spoken to. However, now I got a little swagger in my step, head nods and handshakes. Pretty good with the ladies, if I say so myself. But seriously, high school is an avenue where we can open up, express ourselves, and create our identity. It helped us grow and mold ourselves into the people that we are today. The fact that South Brunswick High School has such a great faculty has helped all of us develop into intelligent adults full of potential to succeed in the future. Before I talk about the future, let me reminisce about the good old days at South Brunswick High. I'm sure many of you will agree with me in saying that senior year was probably the best year of our lives. All the freedom we had, not depending on our parents for rides, acting like we run the school, it's a great feeling. Although I do regret that we never did have a senior prank, and if we did, I never heard of it. But after all those years of building up our rep and creating our identity, next year, as college freshmen, most of us are going to have to start over. Now I've come to the part of the speech where I give you my inspirational words. This is also known as the point in the speech where 90% of you zone out. So I'll give you the quick words of wisdom that my mom always gave me. Poojan, you're the most handsome boy at school, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But seriously, graduating high school is only the first step in our lives. We have so much more potential left to fulfill, and so many more accomplishments left to achieve. There's no reason why any of us should accept anything less than the best. We can all go to great heights, and I'm sure that 20 years from now, at our high school reunion, I will be meeting leaders in business, science, and many other areas. Though I'm sure that all of us along the way will have to overcome obstacles, I challenge each of you to approach these obstacles as opportunities to learn. Everyone has a couple things that they're good at and a couple flaws. Nobody's perfect. I know you may be thinking, how does that handsome guy up on this podium have flaws? But don't worry, I do. In my case, I may be pretty good academically, but two things that my friends always complain about are my eating speed and my sense of direction. I'm admitting it right now at the request of many people that I'm probably the slowest eater on this planet. It takes me a good hour to eat like 2 slices of pizza. I know, it's ridiculous. I also probably got lost in South Brunswick about 20 times. There are 3 places that I know how to get to. My house, the high school, and my best friend's house who lives across the street from me. Why am I mentioning these flaws? It's because I want everyone to know that we are all good in at least one area, and those who are not so talented academically, maybe, I don't know, hot dog eating champions, something I can never be. So, it is important to find that one thing we are good at, find that passion, and stick with it no matter what. There have been many people in our lives who have made graduating high school possible for us. Thank you to Mr. Matheny and the administrators for providing us with an excellent school system in which we have spent our last 4 years. Thank you to our dedicated teachers who have cared about each of us and provided us with an outstanding education. I'd like to especially thank Dr. Chunker for teaching not only the 2 courses with the longest names ever, but also for imparting me with independent thinking and numerous life skills. Furthermore, I'd also like to thank Dr. Gard for going above and beyond just teaching AP Physics C by coaching many different competitions. And of course, thank you to Mr. Zaminsky for basically teaching me the essence of writing. Perhaps the biggest thank you goes to our parents who have always helped us succeed and have been there for us. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for encouraging me and supporting me in all my endeavors. I know that without you keeping me in line, there's no way I could be up here today. And how can I forget my little brother Crucial, always keeping me company, teaching me how to enjoy life. He's also taught me a few good wrestling moves on the way. Finally, thank you to the class of 2009 for graduating from this wonderful school together. A big shout out goes to all my friends who have stood by my side these last 4 years. I'm honored to be your class salutatorian. Good luck in the future. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2009.
Thank you, Poojan. Now for